Hello student, welcome to the online tutorial session. Previously we have completed the first chapter and the second chapter. Today we will start the chapter number 3, that is data representation. So what are the topics are there in it? So first we will learn about that what is number system. Okay, so first topic we have learned about it, that is number system. Next is the conversion of the integer values from one number to another number system, fractional conversion from one number to another number system, arithmetic operation of the various number system, representation of sign number using the complement, various binary coding scheme, bitmap representation of an image, and concept of fixed and floating points number. So these are the topics we actually covered in this chapter number 3. So let's start with the first topic, that is what is number systems. Okay, so the basic job of the computer system is to process data. So the data can be the form of a numerical values like whose number or fraction or graphical or audio video data. However, all the forms of data are stored as a numeric data in the computer memory. So when we are dealing with a number, one of the basic operations involved is counting. So depending upon this counting number system, there are two number system developed. Okay, so first one is the non-positional and another one is the positional one. So first we will learn about the non-positional number system. So non-positional number system is the oldest form of the number system. Okay, in this system various symbols are used to represent this number. Okay, so like you are able to see, that is Roman 1 is represent 1, this represent 2, Roman 3 represent numeric 3. So in this way, using this symbol also, or using this Roman number system, this is actually example of a Roman number system. So in this way we can introduce a non-positional number system. Okay, so what is the major disadvantage of this? That major disadvantage with this number system is that arithmetic operations are very difficult to perform. So actually from this disadvantage we are coming to the next topic, that is a positional number system. So this type of number system consists of fixed set of digits. This consists of the fixed set of digits or symbols are used to represent the number. Okay, so the actual value of the digit in such system is depend upon the following three factors, that is a number or system used, that is the position of the digit in the number, and number 3 is the value of the digit. Okay, so under positional number system we have binary, we have octal, we have decimal, and we have hexadecimal. So binary means only two bits are there in binary, is 0 1 1. That's why the base is 2 and the number of digit is 2 to represent digit is 0 and 1. And in octal means 8 digits are there, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So how many digits? 7. So 0 to 7 is how many digits? 8 digits are there. So that's why base is 8. In case of decimal, 0 to 9. So how many digits? 10 digits are there. That's why the decimal base value is 10. And hexadecimal, it is 0 to F. F means 15. So 0 to 15, that is how many numbers? 16 number. So that's why it is base is 60. So in this way we are writing the base of a system. Okay, so what is the question may comes that what is base and radix? Okay, you are able to see over here, this difference is very important. The base or radix of a number system is the number of different digits present in the number system. Okay, now we are moving to the next page. Okay, so how to represent this, how to represent the number? There are two number system we know. So binary system is there, octal, decimal, hexadecimal. This 4 other number system is there. So now we are directly moving to the conversion systems. Okay, the conversion of integer values from one number system to another number systems. Okay, so first topic that we start, that is from the decimal number system. Okay, from decimal to from the decimal number we will convert into binary, octal, hexadecimal or conversion, from base 10 to base 2, base 8 and base 16 conversion. Okay, so what is the first rule? There is a set of rule is there. Okay, we will follow this particular rule. Okay, the first rule is that divide the decimal number by the base of the number which is to be converted. So suppose if you want to convert it into base 2, then we have to divide this particular decimal number by 2. If you want to divide it, if you want to convert it into base 8, then divide the number by base 8. Octal, or if you want to convert it into hexadecimal, the hexadecimal base is 16, then divide the number by 16. Okay, so this is the thing. Before moving to that, okay, first we now after this step we will convert. First we convert to binary and then we will get the digits. Okay, so step 2 is write the remainder of the division beside the quotient. Okay, number step 3, repeat the division by dividing quotient from the previous division by the conversion base. And step 4, repeat the step 2 and 3 until the quotient of the division is 0 in step 2. And step 5, finally write the remainder from the bottom to the top and get the final result. So how we are converting? Okay, let's see the first example. So I have taken 37 I have taken. So 37 base is 10, I have to convert it into base 2. So first step say that we have to divide it is this decimal number and which base you have to convert. We have to convert into base 2. So we will divide the number by 2. So start with 2, and if you divide 36, so 2 ones are 2. So 3 minus 2 is 1 and then 7, it is 17. So 8 is 16 is there, and remainder is what? 1. So beside of 18 we will write remainder 1. Rem you not required, just put a hyphen and write 1. Again we try to divide what are the quotient is there. That quotient we will again divide by 2. So the answer is 9 and there is no remainder. If remainder is not there, then we will write 0. Again 9 is there, try to divide it by 2. So 2 4s are 8, quotient is 4, remainder is 1. Again we are dividing 4 by 2. So quotient is 2 and remainder is 0. Again we are dividing 2 by 2. So quotient is 1, remainder is 0. Here 1 is there. So again till 0 we have to, till the quotient is 0 we have to continue. So quotient is still 1 is there. So we cannot divide 1 by 2. That's why quotient is 0 and remainder is 1. And what you have to do, from bottom to top we will consider. It is the rule, from bottom to top we will consider. So what will be our answer? 1 0 0 1 0 1. Okay, so in this way we are actually converting from decimal to binary. Okay, this is another example. So try to convert 126 to binary. So 126 we are starting with 2. So 16 12s are 6 is there, and number 6 coming down, 2 3s are 63. There is no remainder, remainder is 0. Again we are dividing by 2. 3 2s are 6, and here 3 is there, 2 1s are 2. So 1 is the remainder. Again we are dividing 31 by 2. So quotient is 15 and remainder is 1. Again we are dividing 15 by 2. So quotient is 7, remainder is 1. Again we are dividing 7 by 2. So 3 2s are 6, quotient is 3 and remainder is 1. Again we are dividing 3 by 2. So quotient is 1 and remainder is also 1. Again quotient is 1 we have to divide, because still 0 we are coming, we have to do. So again we divide 1 by 2. So quotient is 0 and remainder is 1. And from bottom to top we will go. So answer is 1 1 1 1 1 1 0. So in this way, from binary to from decimal to binary we can convert. Okay, now coming to the topic, that is convert decimal to octal. So how we will convert? So base is what? Octal means base is 8. So 10 to 8 we will convert. So whatever number is there, we try to divide it by 8. So 37, same example we have taken, 37. Okay, we are trying to divide it by 8. So 8 fours are 32. So 32 we have given, quotient is 4 and remainder is 5. 37 minus 32, remainder is 5. Again 8 I am divided 4 divided by 8, that is not possible. That's why remainder, that's why quotient is 0 and remainder is 4. Again it is from bottom to top. So 45. Okay. If you are not putting base value, that is base 37 base 10, 45 base 8, then you will get 0. Okay, now coming to the next one, that is 126 base 10, we have to convert it into base 8. The same logic is same. Again we have to divide 126 by 8. So if we are divided by 8, so 8 ones are 8, so 12 minus 8, it is 4, and coming down it is 46. So 8 5 is a 45. So 4 and yes 45. The remainder is what? 8 5s are 40. So 46 minus 40, it is 6 is the remainder. Then it is 8. So 8 to the 16 cannot possible. So 8 ones are 8. So remainder 15 minus 8, it is remainder is 7. Again it is 1. We have to try to divide 1 by 8. So 0 is the quotient and 1 is the remainder. So bottom to top if you move, so answer is 176. So in this way we are dividing the decimal number to the octal number. Okay, one more thing, first of all check this one value. Okay, because this one is needed when we convert the when we get the hexadecimal value. So it is the equivalent of a decimal number. Till 9, decimal number 9 also in hexadecimal represent as 9, but decimal value 10 in hexadecimal it represented as A, 11 as B, 12 as C, 13 as D, 14 as E and 15 as F. So remember, from 10 onwards, as in hexadecimal, 10 represent as A, 11 represent as B, and 12 represent as C, and 13 represent as D, and 14 represent E, and 15 represent F. You have to remember this. Okay, otherwise it will be very difficult. Now coming to the topic, that decimal to hexadecimal conversion. So hexadecimal base value is what? Because 16 digits are there, so that's why 16 is there. So try to divide the number 37 by 16. So 16 2s are 32. So 37 minus 32, remainder is 5. Again 2 is the quotient. We cannot divide 2 by 16. That's why quotient is 0 and remainder is 2. So 25 from bottom to top 25. Now again coming to the same example we have taken, that is 126. Okay, 126 we have given 16 and 7s are, so remainder is 14. So we will not write here 14, remainder we will not write 14, because directly we will search the decimal value 14 in hexadecimal means E. So directly we will write here, instead of remainder 14, you will directly write here E. Okay, and rem word it is not required, just put a hyphen and write 15. And here 7 we have to divide it by 16. So quotient is 0 and remainder is 7. 7 to represent in hexadecimal also 7. So answer is 7E. So in this way we can convert from decimal to another base values. So today I am ending my lecture over. Next we will continue with the next topic. Thank you, student.